Let's just say good, good, good. This is me, Tony, reporting all the way from London in Sydenham in our office. And Caroline, over to you.
Hey, hey, hey. My name's Caroline and I'm in Tower Bridge. Imagine that. It's very cold out here. I don't know if it's cold where you are. Yeah, I'm part of a healthy food clinic, and we're out today to present a healthy show and giving out tips and anything that's around health we're about to show you today. Back to you, Tony.
Fantastic. Maybe I can help you answer some of those questions if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know more about sustainable starches and how that can help or not help diabetes, because they say starch is not really good. So I want to know what type of starch is good for you and what's not good for you, because I like eating my yam, my soups, my hard food. Please help me, Tony.
Bro.
What should I?
Okay, I mean, to be honest with you, just quick on it. You see, what some people get confused with is they hear things like resistant starch and they say that resistant starch is good for your gut health, which it is. It's good for your gut health. And then you have starch, which people just get confused. Well, if they say resistant starch is good, then why is starch not good for me if I'm diabetic and so on? Well, to be honest with you, when you talk about starch itself, starch is actually, when you look at it, it's made of glucose molecules, which are all linked together. Yeah. Now, most starch is actually broken down into glucose. So obviously what they provide is they provide a quick source of energy. But the thing is, if you are diabetic, then what it does, starch actually spikes your blood sugar level. So your blood sugar spikes. Now it only spikes if you don't accompany that starch with some fiber or some protein. So really, if you love your starch, then you need to make sure you love your fiber too. Because if you love your fiber, then you can have your starch. Now, you mentioned, let's go to resistant starch. Resistant starch is, listen to the word, resistant. Now, what it means is it's resistant to digestion in the small intestines. That means it actually doesn't get absorbed by the small intestine. So therefore, it bypasses that and goes to the large intestine. Yeah. So in the large intestines, when you look at resistant starch, it acts as a prebiotic. So therefore, it's good for us. It's good for our gut health. It connects with our soluble fiber, and it helps with our gut microbiome. And anything that we all know already, that 70% of our immune system is in our gut. So you are what you eat. When it comes to your gut, is your second brain. Now, there's different types of starch, resistant starch you can get. And some people say, where do I get resistant starch from? You can get what we call the RS1, which is from the whole grains and the seeds. You can get resistant starch from there, especially if you're looking to improve your gut health. You can get it from raw potatoes. You can get it from cooked foods like rice and potatoes, but they have to cool down so that you can get that resistant starch. Also, you can get chemically modified ones, which are found in processed foods. So really, starch is completely different from resistant starch. And also, if you're diabetic, then obviously the only way you can get away with having starchy foods is if you're accompanied with say, something with fiber, high in fiber and protein. I hope that answers that question in starch resistance.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Thank you.
Right, the other thing you mentioned is you like your yam, didn't you?
Yeah, I love my yam and my hard foods. Okay. I have yam in soups. Good. I think really nice. Yeah.
You also had some problems where people say that you shouldn't have yam if you're diabetic and so on. Yeah. Yes. Well, to be honest with you, there's some truth in there and there's some force in there. There's a lot of force. In fact, you love your yam. In fact, you should love it more. You know why? Because it helps your hormonal balance, especially in women. It helps with women that are going through menopause. Okay. So, and it has in terms of, for example, you've got your vitamin C, you've got your B6, you've got your potassium in there, you've got magnesium in there. These are fantastic things that can help us. Yeah. Okay. You got a moderate amount of iron in there. And guess what? Yam is a food that you can get resistant starch from. So that's going to also help your microbiome. Also, yam has fiber. So remember we said if you have starch, it can spike your blood sugar level. But yam has starch and it has fiber too. So therefore, it's not going to cause you too much problems there. And I don't know whether you have heard of it's called, let me just pronounce it, it's called dio, which are good for your memory and cognitive functions. Obviously, because it's yam, it's a carbohydrate, so it gives you energy. It's got those anthocyanins, which help reduce inflammation. And we've already talked about the potassium already, but you know potassium regulates your blood pressure, And also, guess what? It's got your collagens, which we know what that's good for.
Skin.
Exactly, skin. So it helps with your anti-aging. So yam is a fantastic food, but the challenge we have with yam is the way we peel it, the way we cook it, and we lose a lot of the benefits or a lot of these good nutrients, a lot of these good vitamins, and so on, because a lot of them are water soluble. Then you talked about another vegetable. What vegetable was it mentioned?
Okra.
Okra. Yeah, listen, if anyone from the Caribbean, what do you usually put okra in? What kind of food comes with okra?
We do soups.
Soups with okra.
Stew, and stews.
Yeah. I mean, in Nigeria,
Fish.
Femi, what do we use okra for in Nigeria? Just to quickly get the okra out. What do we use okra for?
Normally okra soup or
Okra soup. Do you like okra soup?
mixed with
Fantastic. Okay. Now, okra, if you like okra soup, if you have okra, then you should love okra. The reason why you should love okra, guess what? It helps with your blood sugar. It slows down the sugar absorption.
Okay.
It has, again, vitamins similar again, vitamin C, vitamin K, it has the actual folates, magnesium, the antioxidants. It has all these things in there, which obviously going to help with regards to a number of different things. It supports the digestive health in terms of prevents constipations, helps obviously your gut health too. It's good for your heart. The fiber lowers your cholesterol. You've heard of the polyphenols, which improve your heart functions. And then also it's got that vitamin K, which we all know is good for our bone health. So these are power. We have power foods in Africa. We have power foods in the Caribbean. And we just need to appreciate it. We need to take care of it. Remember, one of the things we talk about is the triology, which means that, what did we say the triology was last week? Can anyone remember? The triology is the right food. We have to have the right food. To be healthy, we have to have the right food. Also, we have to use the right technique. We need to prepare it. We need to have the right technique, so we need to prepare it the right way. And guess what? We also need the right cooking. And the right cooking equipment, for me as a nutritionist, I always recommend this one here that you can see here. It's very pricey. I don't say expensive because it's not an expense, it's an investment. It's very pricey, but you know what it's done? It's scientifically designed to preserve those nutrients in the food. That means if we're preserving the nutrition in the food, then we're going to get some fantastic results. Okay, so Caroline, anything else you want to say?
So if we're going to cook yam in our healthy cooking systems, how would we do it? Would we cook it with water? How would we cook the yam? Would we peel it?
Well, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, yam is something that everybody would tend to have. But usually the recommendation, which I'll go through in a minute, is not to peel it, is to cook it with the peel on. But some people will frown at that and say, well, the skin is dirty. Well, you wash the skin. Just like you wash your skin, you have a bath every day. The skin is dirty. Go for a shower. Take your yam for a shower. You don't peel your skin just because your skin is dirty. Take your yam for a shower. When you take your yam for a shower, you clean the dirt off. And then when you clean the dirt off, you cook it with the skin on. Therefore, you're preserving a lot of the nutrients in the yam. And then guess what? When you finish cooking it, you can take the peel off and enjoy the inside of the yam with maximum nutrition. That's how you do it.
Excellent.
Okay, so I think we've got a lot of things out the way. So those people that unfortunately didn't actually, they're not here today, they can listen to the recording, make the recording available.
I'll send it out to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they might only have the audio there, because I think I was sharing the video at the time. But never mind. The audio is good enough for them. I'll send you the audio, hopefully, and they can listen to it. Okay, just quickly, I'm gonna just power up my PowerPoint.